I started reading at the age of 12. At the age of 14, I was exposed to Greek mythology through Rick Riordan and his Percy Jackson series. I think the very fact that you can be branded is itself achievement. That's a universal advice that I think every writer gives: is be a good reader. Don't come into this space. I think that is one advice I can give you. What was the kind of, I would say, the thing that was going on in a person's mind when this was happening?
Hello and welcome to News 18 Showsha. I'm Shreeja Bhattacharya, and today I have with me Kevin Missal, who in a very short span of time has authored some mega successful books, including this one, Durga. Hi, Kevin. So good to have you here.
Thank you so much for inviting me, and I'm very excited to meet you, Shreeja.
Thank you so much. So my very first question is starting from Kalki trilogy to this one, Durga. You have been, writing some really good mythological fictions. Were you always interested in Indian mythology? When and how did that interest grow?
I was always interested in mythology in as a concept. I started reading at the age of 12. At the age of 14, I was exposed to Greek mythology through Rick Riordan and his Percy Jackson series. Then I was exposed to Norse mythology and other world mythologies as well. Till the time I fell upon, the Hindu mythology, and I just fell in love with the entire concept of it. And I just thought that this is one kind of study, where I would say that it mixes history, it mixes a lot of imagination, and it mixes a culture. Yeah.
So do you like ever fear that, people might start perceiving you as an author who can only meddle in one particular genre of writing?
I think that's the fear of every author who is branded as one. I think the very fact that you can be branded is itself achievement. I personally feel because to reach that level, to become a brand takes time. The sense of credibility and the trust that takes time. But definitely, I am someone who also likes to write crime. I also like to write thrillers. And yes, time to time, I have to now make a brand in those genres before I can delve, wider and deeper. Though my publishers have been very kind enough to give me that time, and I have had happened to write a thriller also called Yama
Yeah.
through them. Yeah.
And you got published at the very young age of 14. And what has been your key takeaway from the years that you've been writing for?
One, I think, and that's a universal advice that I think every writer gives, is be a good reader.
Mhm.
I sometimes fall into a trap of not getting the time to read, though I take out some time at the night and read books till 5 o'clock in the morning when I don't have anything else the next day. So definitely, I mean, read as much as you can. Be curious. Writers have to be curious as well. So I think these are few things, few takeaways in my life, which as from a 14-year-old till now, I'm 26 now. How long has it been? I don't even. I think it's 12 years. 12 years I've been writing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so 12 years. So these are only two advices I can give right now.
Okay, and what are some advices that you would want to give any aspiring mythological fiction writers?
Um, any aspiring mythological writers? I think don't come into this space. I think that is one advice I can give you. I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why. Not because you cannot be you should not compete. There are a lot of good writers out there, definitely. But it's a very tough space, and if it's a space where you can easily fail as well. So if you don't have the I would say the blood for failing, then don't come. You be ready to fail at the beginning only, and then so that's one advice. I'm scaring them a lot. I love to scare, actually. That's part of me being a writer. But yeah.
Okay, and coming back to your book Durga, which has just come out, can we talk a little about it? It right at the beginning of the book, you say this is how you've reimagined the birth of Durga. So can you speak a little about the book?
Yeah. So, when you read the entire mythology of Durga, there aren't a lot of, I would say, a lot of versions to it. Like everyone knows that she was created by multiple gods to fight a mighty demon who couldn't be killed by any man or god or anything. So, they created a woman to destroy that demon. So, that while that concept sounded interesting to me, what really interested me further is how men created those women, how the male gods created those women. So I was like, okay, what was the kind of, I would say, the thing that was going on in a person's mind when this was happening, and and combining with today's context when it comes to feminism and chauvinism and the entire political debates about around that. I somehow created a story, and I won't say it's totally a historical story. It is, again, this is absolutely fictional, though taken from a lot from actual mythology. Is I created a mysterious Durga who we don't know who we don't know in the entire book who that person is, but there are 9 women who are working for her. So like, and I created another Durgas, for instance, into that,
Mm.
9 Durgas, right? So I try to create that and then kind of mix it up and then give that entire answer to the entire political situations when it comes to debate on feminism. And
Right.
yeah.
Okay, and for anyone who doesn't know already, Durga is a part of a duology, and
Yeah.
I am sure you're already writing the second part, which is Kali. So can you
Yeah.
also, give us sneak peek into it?
Kali has more villains, more battles, more adventure, more politics, uh, and definitely a very, very tragic ending. So yeah,
Okay. And lastly, before we close this, what else is going on? Anything that we should be aware of? Any more books?
a lot of books actually. I have contracts of multiple books, and I have to finish a lot of books. I'm just not getting the time to do that. But definitely, yes, you will be seeing a lot of them. You'll be seeing series of mine getting over. You will be seeing new series starting. You'll be seeing audiobooks that are being currently in the pipeline, originals by me. And yeah, definitely, there's a lot of things in pipeline. Though the idea is to now venture into the other forms of mediums as well, like comic books, games, all these mediums. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, a lot of stuff for the next 2 years at least. So yeah.
Thank you for taking out the time to do this and really looking forward to all that's coming your way. Thank you once again.
Thank you so much, Shreeja, and lovely to had a great interaction with you.
Thank you so much.